That's the skill number 4. Following up with your prospect. And the main concept, the very first concept he mentioned here is follow up is doing what you said you would do. So when you have somebody reach out to you, maybe they saw your story or they saw your ads one way or another, or you, whatever, whichever way, whatever you have set up as a funnel to get people to reach out to you, they did that. So how do you, and you've spoken to them, right? You've engaged them and they're like, okay, I would like to hear more. And then you've given them the 13 minutes video. How many of us know that 13 minutes video? The Untamed video, the official, yes, introductory video. Excellent. Stephanie, do you have that video? The 13 minutes video from the company. Excellent. Diana, you do?
Yes, it's in the WhatsApp group. I have it in my gallery.
Excellent. So that's the very first exposure we give to, to our prospect. Okay, I want to know more about this. Okay, go ahead and watch this video. And what is the best time for me to follow up with you? They said, okay, I'm going to watch it right now. In 15 minutes, let's talk. And then you set it up. Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for joining. So they said, okay, we'll come back to you. You set up the appointment. Okay, in 15 minutes, let's get on a call so that we can follow up. You've promised them. They might not be ready in 15 minutes. They might set up, okay, yeah, tomorrow at this time, call me. I had a lady, I put on I think I did a broadcast to my contacts, that inviting them for tomorrow's event that Susan and Naomi they are hosting, right? And one of my very old friends, she reached out and she's like, oh, wow, I would love to know more about this. So what's going on? So I sent her that video and I told her, when will she be willing? What time should I follow up with her? She said the appointment for me yesterday to meet with her at 3 p.m. Niger time. At that particular time, I reached out to her, like, hello, how you doing? Like, have you been able to watch the video? What do you like best about it? She didn't respond to me at that time. She got back to me much later. But when she got back to me, she was like, I'm sorry, I did not keep our appointment. So at that particular point in time, she knew I stayed true to what I said I was going to do. So I kept the appointment, and that is the professionalism part of it. And that's why if we have to keep a journal, if we have to keep a calendar, digital calendar, make use of everything you have to note down, because don't forget, we are building the foundation. There will be a time that you have 5, like Lami was saying, you have 5 people to follow up, at the same time. You have multiple people to follow up with at the same time, and 5 people enrolling in your business every day. That time is going to come, and you have to have a system that will sustain you to be able to follow up with everybody, right? So if you have in your diary or in your calendar, I'm going to be meeting up with this person, or if they have a time that they've set and it's not working for you, you know how to get back to them and say, let's reschedule and things. We're going to see more on that here. So he says, people respect the person who does what they said they were going to do. And of course, we all know, even for us personally, when we promise we're going to do something, we know that when somebody promises you they're going to do something and they follow through, you respect that person more. He gave an analogy of somebody, right, that had an appointment at 10 a.m. The dad was not there at that time. That person stood up and left. The dad came back 10 minutes after, right? For us, we're like, oh, I can still wait 10 minutes. I'll give them time. I'll give them time. That is not professional. We have to, when people know what we stand for, when they know we keep to our appointments, when they know that we're not going to, disappoint them, they would, they know that we mean business. And then he says, yeah, that's that. Anyone wants to add to that? Maybe your experience regarding that, in the course of the week? Yes, go ahead, Lami. Thank you. Hello.
It's like nobody noticed my untamed face today. I have my foundation and my lipstick.
Untamed face.
You look at me very well.
Face. Let me see.
Yes.
Awesome. Let me the hair. Now see, I'm using my phone. The thing, small circle. That's why. Look at that. It's pretty.
Yeah, and I actually made sure to come with it because I've had it since morning. Wow. I went to work. I was having a seminar. I was in a seminar all day. I left. It rained in Abuja. I got back home. The lipstick is still there. The foundation, and of course, because of the heat, so I've even dabbed a bit. But if you had seen me clearly, you would have still noticed it on my face.
Wow.
Yes. So actually, the company is doing what it says the product will do. Because in fact, that was one of the points that I made today, that I was going to do a research to be sure, so that when I'm talking to people, when I say it can do this, they know that it can do it. Exactly. Because I have tried it and it has worked. So, but when you were talking, it just reminded me of a story. There's a preacher, I can't remember his name immediately now. His daughter, an old preacher in America, his daughter had a boyfriend, actually a fiancé that she wanted to get married to. So they had a date. He was supposed to take the girl out at a particular time. And the girl was ready before time. And she came downstairs. So the father was like, where are you up to? She says, I have a date with so person. He said, okay, when is the date? And what time is the date? And she says, let's say 4 p.m. And so they were in the house, 4 p.m., 5 minutes past, 10 minutes past. And the father was like, you can't marry that man.
Wow.
And she says, why? And the father was like, a man that can, he said, who gave the time for the appointment? She said, it was the man. He said, the man that cannot keep to his word, how can he keep to his promise to you?
Oh my God. If you cannot keep to your word, how can you keep to your vows?
Yes. Impossible. And truly, the girl didn't marry that guy at the end of the day. That is how important keeping to your word is. I know around here, we go about talking about African time. But you see, as we grow up, we meet people and you see that professionals are trying to change that narrative.
Right.
So if we don't start from here to start changing the narrative, at the end of the day, even the people think we're unserious.
Right.
Because yes. If we cannot keep to our word, how can we keep to our promise? That's the question. If I cannot keep to the time, how is the person sure that when I say this foundation can be on your face from morning till evening, how will the person believe me? When I cannot keep, yes, when I cannot keep to time. If I say the lipstick have been on my lips since morning, what is making the person believe me? There's no precedent. So when we keep to time, we are giving the people precedence because the person knows that, okay, this person has been keeping to her words all the while. So if she says this, I think I have every reason. She has not lied to me so far.
Exactly. Wow, that's amazing. That's a good one. I'm noting that down for my son and daughter. Like that's because I have checklists for them. Like these are the things you look out for in a partner. Like if this person does this, forget it. It's not even, there's no way to it. So I'm going to add that to it. So now the second, anybody else wants to add? Let me see. I think there's somebody. Wow, sure. Okay. Let me know because I'm on my phone. So I have to be switching back and forth. Maybe I should even get on my computer so I'm more versatile so I can see everybody. But going to the next one, the next concept says the only reason to have an exposure is to set up next exposure. And this is where I see that this will be very helpful for us, right? It says the reason we are talking to anybody, the reason we are engaging anybody in any conversation during our prospecting, it's not to sell them. We've mentioned this in the last few times in the past few weeks, is to educate them. We are consultants. We are educators. We are not salespeople. We are not I don't want to use, but not salespeople, because we sell, right? But you don't want to sell people. And because if you want to attack them with sale, like, okay, come and become a member, come and buy, come and become a member, they might feel like too attacked. They might feel attacked and just block you, don't respond to you anymore and all that, but what we're supposed to be doing is exposing them to the opportunity that we have, to the products that we have. So that brings me to, it says, we should, the focus or the goal of any conversation we have with prospect is to set them up for the next exposure. So I want us to run through, I want us to respond here. What are the exposures that we have in the Untamed? Let's throw them out that I have 6 here. I want to see if I got it all. What are the exposures that we have in the Untamed? Like where you can invite people to, or ways by which you can expose people to the product or the opportunities that we have. Let's go. Let's go. Anyone?
The YouTube handle.
They use what?
YouTube.
The YouTube video. Good. That YouTube video. Okay.
And we have some recorded trainings.
Okay. Recorded trainings.
Yes. Then I think we can also use our what was it? There are some trainings that happened even before us. There are some of them on the Facebook page, the center stage handle of the Facebook page.
Right.
In fact, there's a particular one that I have used a lot. That one that Dr. Naomi, redefining wealth. I used it a lot. Yeah.
Excellent. So yes. So I have. Go ahead.
The Rita Laurie office of Boss Susan.
Rita Laurie, what is that? Oh, like it's a location.
Yes. Where Boss Susan uses as office.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Monday event that she holds, right?
Yes.
Tea and money
break
conversation.
Tea and break. Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Wow, nice. I had it generalized. Thank you for being specific on that. So tea with Boss Susan. Okay. All right. Any other one? Diana, I think you mentioned, let me see what you have here. Okay, yes, in Abuja, yes. Anybody else? What are the exposures, the different exposures we have in the Untamed? So number one, when people come, you have your, you have things, ways by which you get people to reach out to you. That's your funnel, right? Either you're doing ads or you have, what is it called? If you're doing ads or you have on your statuses, on your Facebook page, you have a way by which people can reach out to you. So after somebody has reached out to you, what do you tell them? That's the very first exposure. What do you give to them after people have reached out to you? So the very first, so we need to, you need to have that packaged. So Diana, what do you normally use? What do you give to them? Personally, I use the 13 minutes video to say, okay, if they say they want to know more about the company, about the information, they will need more information, I'll send that to them. Depends on what the ad says, okay? So that's what I do. I send that to them. And then once they said they have watched it and I asked them, I follow up again and ask them, what do they like about what they've just heard? And that, instead of asking, what questions do you have? Or asking them, but I have learned from you too about videos. Thank you. Yeah. So we ask them the right questions. Of course, we have learned here that you don't ask them, what questions do you have? Or are you interested, upfront like that? We go ahead and get them more familiarized or more positive about what we are sharing with them, right? So instead of asking, what do you think? Blindly or blankly like that, we ask them, what do you like about what you just watched? And then they will tell you either the product or the company or the philosophy. They will tell you what they like about it. What are the things you've heard from people when you follow up with them? Like, what do you like about, what you've just watched? Anyone?
Compensation plan.
Okay, the compensation plan. Okay, and for the compensation plan, I think we might need to, I don't know what we can do. We might need to break things down so it's not long. When I used to send people 1 hour video, they're like, 1 hour. At the end of the day, they're like, my data did not finish, my data finished, But if we chunk it down, that gives them exposure. So that's why I use that 13 minutes. But in that 13 minutes, the compensation plan is not there, right? So I've been looking for a video, a very good video that will break down the compensation plan, or I might have to record one myself. But I really want somebody, that would do a good job with it. But if I don't find, I will have to do one myself. But if any of us can do that, please let us go ahead and do that. But it's good to chunk it down to 5 minutes, even 5 minutes videos. Now, the very first exposure will be about the company. The next one will be about the product. The next one will be about compensation plan. The next one, will be about how do you sign up? Like, okay, what do I need to do next? You send them, okay, this is the steps to take, to sign up and things like that. That's what I'm just thinking. So let's take that as part of our homework. Try and, and of course, one of the things that I'm going to do with our presentation is I will be recording them. And from there, some days you might be more livelier and more, open to make your points, pass your points across. On those days, I'll just cut those into, because when you have people to engage with, those presentations they flow better than when you're just recording a video about, things. So it just gets people engaged that way. So I think that's part of the things we're going to take away and use our own presentations for when we do presentations, for prospects presentations. We'll see how we can make sure that everything we do, we can chunk it down to maximum 10 minutes per area. Product, 5 minutes, the business framework, 5 minutes if possible, maximum 10. And then the compensation plan, definitely. And then we'll have like maybe another one for testimonials and things like that. So that will be very, very, very helpful. Of course, we know, the YouTube video, recorded trainings, tea time with Boss Susan. We have physical events as well, that, different from that as well. The big time events, like the one we had in February that you attended, Lami, right? Yeah. So the ones that you attended in Abuja, right? Those untamed experience. So we have those that will be coming up every once in a while. And then of course, this particular one, let's make sure we use it. And that is a 3-way call. The 3-way call, that is, you can hear me. Can you hear me? No? You can hear me? Ooh. Now? Better? Try. Let's see. Can you hear now? No. Yikes. You can hear now, right? Can you hear now?
Very low.
Oh, what's going on? Let me see.
But then you're loud enough, I can hear you.
Okay.
Let her check on her phone if the speaker button is off or on.
Okay.
That will also be the problem.
Okay. Now? Is it better now?
Very little.
What's happening? What's going on? What's going on?
She should check on her phone because we can hear you loud and clear. So it should be from her.
Oh, you can hear me. Lami,
Yes.
can you check on your end?
On her screen, she'll see that loudspeaker icon. It might be
Yeah,
off.
on the phone. At the top. When you activate and I can hear you well. No? Can you go out and come back in? Yeah, try and go out and come back in. Let's see how that works. All right, thank you so much, Stephanie, for confirming that for us. So we have all these exposures, right? So let's use them. And let's remember, the goal is when we're meeting somebody, the goal, of course, our long-term goal is to get them as members or, last as customers, right? But whenever we're talking to them, what should be at the back of our mind is the next exposure, according to GoPro. Educate them, give them, the enough information so that they can make the decisions at their own time. And the time frame should not be, okay, you reach out to them this week, they went through the video, then the following week, you followed up with them. And then the third week, how about now? Better? Excellent. Okay, great. So it's not like, okay, the third week, and then you say, are you ready now? And then the fourth week, no. All of this exposure that we're talking about, it should be within 1 week. And that's why the idea of having daily prospecting calls is is something that I feel is very, very crucial. Okay, so that I feel is very, very crucial. Within 1 week, expose them to at 6 times, he said, 6 times exposure, 6 exposures. And he says minimum of 4. So in other words, when they reach out to you, Lami, you've been posting this thing on your status. What is the untamed? That's the very first exposure. You're going to send them whatever you send them to prospect, right? Let's say, for example, you send them the 13-minute video, and then they come back before they leave from your conversation, right there on the phone or on the text. You possibly, the most preferable way is to get on the phone. Right there on the phone, you set up the appointment for the next exposure. And on the next exposure, what you want to get to them is show me the money, right? So be ready. What you want to get at that very first time is, when can I follow up with you? What's a good time tomorrow? You get the appointment, and at the time of the appointment, we have said the money is in the follow-up, right? So you follow up with them when you plan to do so. If you cannot make the appointment, then at least 1 hour ahead of time, you let them know, I'm sorry, I need to reschedule this. But it's best that we keep that appointment and not just let it go like that. So best to keep the appointment and meet with them, even if it's just a text. Meet that appointment, okay? And then at that very next appointment, you want to expose them to the, the compensation plan. Of course, you want to ask them, what do you like best about what you just saw? And that will tell you which direction you want to go. If you want to go the business route, or you want to lay more emphasis on the products. Like if they say, I love the business, and then you go to compensation plan. If they say the product, then there's a video that I've cut into, I think is now about an hour, which I'm thinking maybe I'll find a way to cut it even shorter, is the training we had with the products consultant for the Untamed. She broke down each of the product, the content, how to use them. She broke them down. So if the person says, I love the product, then that is the next thing. That, okay, these are the products, it might even be best if you know a lot about the product that way, you can share it with them. And then before even you say, okay, go ahead and watch this video to learn more about the product, you have to ask them the second question. If they say, okay, I love the product, I love the business, the second question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how can you rate your readiness to start today? And then they will give you 1 to 10. The last one that I had says 7. She gave me 7. So that means I know she is ready. It's a matter of, more exposure. And she needed, so she's going to be attending tomorrow, the Abuja event tomorrow. So you need to know, you ask them, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is it that, where would you rate your readiness? And they require say, don't be bothered about if they say 1 or even 0. As long as they respond to that question, you follow up with the next. Okay, what can I show you to get you to a 10, right? So then they'll begin to tell you, I want to know more about the compensation plan. I want to, because people like that, they've been into MLM, so they know the money is in the compensation plan. So those are then you know what to follow up with them at that particular point in time. So depending, product or business. So that is that. So let's know this, and let's make use, or let's leverage our uplines. If you have anybody that this person, especially if they say there is 7, there is 5, 5 upward, get them to maybe a 3-way call. What is a good time for you tomorrow that I can, have you speak with my, my sponsor? And at that particular point in time, you set things up. You let them know, okay, I'll get with my sponsor to see if that time works for them. And then you get on the call with your sponsor, and they will get on the line with you. And good thing with this, book club, you can leverage us too. You don't have to wait on your upline. You know how busy Susan is. Waiting to get Susan, just Susan to get on a call with you. You might not be able to get something really quick, but you can leverage other people, other leaders we have in the company. You can talk to Amaka. Reach out to other people. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be the person that sponsored you. Let's leverage the leaders, those that are doing the call, that are making presentations on the call. Give them, just reach out to them. Will you be available at this time? And until you get somebody that's available, just keep reaching out. So let's leverage that as well. So any input to that? Anyone wants to chime in on that before we go on? Okay, so the follow-up is where the work is where the money is. So like I've mentioned, it takes average 4 to 6 exposures for the average person to decide, what they need to do. And concept 4, it says we need to condense the exposure. Don't follow up with somebody this week and wait until next week before you follow up again. All of those 4 times, 6 times needs to happen within 1 week. So talk to them today, talk to them in the morning, tell them you're going to call them in the evening, or have them like, what time, what's a good time this evening, to get to get back on the call after you watch the video, right? they'll set up the appointment with you. And then after, on one day, you've exposed them twice. The following day, as you speak to them in the evening, you set up another call for the following day. And all of that, we will continue to make it something that we'll be able to condense all of those exposures. And by the time they are done, make sure they are that's one thing that I've picked from this skills that I'm seeing, that how to, even after that 1 week or all of those exposures, they are still like, okay, it's about money this time. I'm going to put the money together. I'm going to join for sure. But, can you get back with me next month? I will have gotten the money together. And the rebuttal to that, right? Because we have lower amount, packages. We have affiliate packages that is right now 115, 200. If that person is saying 180 is too high, you can bring it down to, okay, how about 115, 200? How does that work for you? If they say, okay, still it's not working, can you get back with me at the end of the month or in April, and all of that? You note that down. However, don't put them back in the pond, using that analogy. Don't throw them back in the pond. Find a way, either have them save your number so that they can be seeing your statuses, or befriend them on Facebook, or have them, follow you on Instagram. So in all of those, that's my takeaway today. I just did something that anyone that is going to watch my video on YouTube on Untamed, anyone that I'm going to talk to, like they've if they've had an exposure to what I've done, part of it will be for them to join a WhatsApp group that I've created. So when they come in that group, I'll be dishing out things, or more information, more opportunities for them to get more exposure to the business. So I have 1 week. I've condensed my intense exposure education into 1 week. Beyond that, if they've not signed up with me, beyond that, then I need to maintain contact with them and be deliberate about how that subtle way of follow-up. We're in social selling anyway, right? So they need to be seeing me on my statuses. Oh, wow, this new product is out. Oh, wow. 115, 200 did not work for me the last time. They've got another 90K. I have this 90K. Let me join now, right? But if you have to be reaching out to them, oh, there's another one now, here, text. There's another one, hey, hello, call. They will feel bothered. But if they're in a place where they are indirectly, subtly exposed to what we have, it will be easier for them to reach out. A friend of mine, I didn't even know, of course, she has an e-commerce store. She reached out to me, she reached out to me and she's like, I've been seeing you guys all over the place. She said two of our friends are in the Untamed. In Basati, she said, yeah, you guys are friends. Basati, sorry. She said, you guys are friends. She sent me a video. Like, yes, I've been seeing you guys. What's this Untamed about? She's in the US here. I spoke to her. I sent her the video. And she came back to her, yes, this is really good. I love the business opportunity that you have. I'm like you. I don't allow opportunities to pass me by. Once it's in the US, let me know, right? That person goes in the list. I have a list of all my US people that once this is launched in the US, they're ready to jump on board, right? So that is how I didn't even reach out to her personally, like one-on-one. She said you guys were, maybe you went to school together or something. Yeah, if I check my text now, I'll see. Yeah. So all of that's a subtle way to expose them to what we have. So find a way, either have them save your number or have them follow you or befriend. Yes, exactly. She said so. You serve together. And then she saw another person. I don't even know the name of that person, but I posted their pictures anyway. I need to go find out, So she said, yes, she said all of that. So with that, when all of those exposures are going on, indirectly, you are educating them, right? You are educating them. And that's why we have to be very, very professional on how we present the untamed. We have to be intentional on how we're educating. Have it at the back of your mind. We are educating the people on what the untamed can do for them. As far as their beauty regimen is concerned, beauty inside out, and how it can help them to build wealth, right? So let's have that at the back of our mind when we are sharing the opportunity, right? And then of course, by the time they're seeing the product, like Lami, one thing that I want you to do is tomorrow, before you leave the house, take a picture how your face is. When you come back in the evening, take another picture. Like, this was me in the morning when I freshly put this on. And now this is me when I return and I didn't touch up. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you do that morning, you said?
I wanted to do that today. I snapped the one in the morning, but in the evening when I got back, it was raining.
Oh.
So, and I wanted to snap it at the same spot I snapped in the morning.
In the morning.
And it was raining. So that's why, if not, I would have even done that today.
No, it doesn't have to be the same spot over there. As you've done it in the morning, at lunch, at school, at work, you just say, hey, 6 hours, or how many hours we got? 4 hours. And this thing is still like, I just freshly put it on. During the day, that goes on your status, right? When you get back home, you check it out again. That goes on your status again. Things like that, building the story and educating them. If this is the type of beauty product you want to do, like, I love the emphasis you've made on less is more. And I could see when you applied it, hey, guys, I don't have the product yet. People will be asking, it's possible they'll be asking, what is this? She's posting everybody's pictures. What is our own picture? I'm sure some people are waiting. Let me see how this looks on stand with me. All of that. But I'm like, you wait. You just wait. I have plans for you all. So things like that we can definitely do. So that's one. And then yes, so we're done with another thing on that scale is the questions and the objections that people might come with. Like, I don't have enough money. We've mentioned, if you presented the 350 associate, if they say, okay, I can't do that right now, you come down to 180, right? Though you let them know. Let me, pointed this out to me, the last time. You let them know the consequence of joining with low in a subtle way, because you don't want to discourage them from joining too. Because if they don't come in, coming in as an affiliate on whatever level is a matter of you working to get other associates to join you. But if they're not in, they won't enjoy the benefits. They won't have opportunity even to work towards that. So you don't want to discourage them too, but at least let them know so they can make their own decision. Then some of them will say, I don't have the time, all of that. So he made mention of how to do a rebuttal for all of those objections. Like, it's not my thing. I'm not a salesperson. I don't know anybody. I'm too old, too young. The people that says too old, we take the picture of that Susan's model, that 69-year-old woman, and post and show it to them. Look at this woman, looking good in our product and making money using the product too, and sharing with other people. So that is that. Then skill number 5, helping your prospects become customers and distributors. We all just got started. We have, few people on our team. This is a good time to build our business the right way. Even before adding the very first, distributor to your team, what do you have in, on ground to ensure that they will be successful with you, right? So we need to be able to do that and set ourselves up, like launching the business. Myself and Lami, we're working on everyone that comes. We'll launch the business for them. You will do business shower of some sort, for them. We make big noise about it and host events, virtual events, online events, IG live. Like, yes, this is Lami's business. Come and shop, right? Or come and become a member, something like that. And then, of course, I think I've jumped to skill number 6. Skill number 5 is helping your prospects become customers. Skill number 6 is helping your new distributor get started right. Let me backtrack on that. Our time is up, actually, but let me just quickly summarize that. And Lami or anybody, if you have any contribution, let me know. So what I picked from that, because I spent more time on that follow-up, because that's where I know I needed help, at this time. All the other things, I know with time they'll come, but for the helping your prospect become customers and distributors is definitely getting them to have, from prospect to actually join you, right? How do you help them get to that position or get to that, to make the decision? Yes, I want to do this. As a matter of fact, this is an opportunity I cannot pass up, right? And that is when your posture is very important. You don't make them see you as being desperate. You don't make them see you as, if they don't join you, you can't make it, or you can't make money. Rather, they need to see it as, this is my answer to prayer opportunity. So our posture goes a long way. And that's why we have a community of women and men that are of high caliber. Let's leverage that. Let's leverage that. When people know, this person I know, then you are in the same business with this person. No, this must be something, and I cannot pass this up. So we're not begging, we're not beggars. I think we've heard that in some of the events. We're not hungry people. Let them know this is, and you're not going to tell them I'm doing you a favor too. If they're not joining, you're going to go hungry. No, but let them know you have something they need. You have the business that will get them to the next level. And then, of course, you are ready. Always have that at the back of your mind, the position of, okay, this person is going to join me. This person is going to buy from me. And then as you are promoting the product, promote yourself. Like you are in business for yourself, but not all by yourself. When you join my team, you get my support. I'm not working for you though, but I'm going to be available to help you, to propel you to the next level. So anybody has anything to say to that before? There's something that I noted in that skill number 6 that I wanted to point out. Anyone? Any input?
He spoke about the mistake of making them, one of the mistakes of making prospects feel as if they are doing you a favor. Is when they join you like that, they will expect you to do the work for them.
Right.
Because as far as they're concerned, they're actually doing you a favor. So we must be clear from the very beginning that you are not you're on your own, but we are going to work together.
Right.
I'm not working for you, you are not working for me. We are all working for ourselves to build the team. Because if the team is growing, it's for the advantage of all of us.
Everybody.
And if the whole job is left for one person to do, there will be no results. Because how much can one person do?
Exactly.
As we used to say in the on team, we are better together, we are stronger together. Yes.
Exactly. Excellent. Thank you so much.
And
that's
then,
the time I was
just
looking for earlier. I'm going to post it in the team. I have it. I'm going to get it and post it in the book club again. Yeah, you wanted
And then
to say something?
I was thinking about the reporter that he was talking about questions. You know, people just, as far as I'm concerned, bring up those excuses because they are not willing to do the work. Because the truth of the matter, if, for example, we have seen people that have said that within the first month of joining, I was able to make this. What is translates to is that if you had taken a loan, even if it was from a bank, and register, it is that action is showing us that you are willing to do the work. You are risking it all to do the job. If you are going to open a physical shop with products inside, you will go to bank, you will get loan to do that business. If you didn't have the money, you are going all out to do it. How come if it is MLL, you are not willing to do that? So any business that you are not willing to go all out for, obviously, even you yourself, that means you are willing to hold back something.
That's true.
And if you're willing to hold back something, how are you going to succeed in a business that you are not even willing to go all in for?
Go all out for, yeah.
Yes, because the question here is that just like in the Bible, they asked Moses, "What do you have in your hand?"
Right.
What do you have? What do you, it is from your place of strength that you start this business. Because if you don't start from there, you will even the people will not even feel comfortable to register with you, because they see you as somebody. And you know the funniest thing, many of the times, something that you don't have passion for and you don't have the faith in doing the job, the prospect will know. You just don't think that they know, but they know your body language, your mien, and other things will show.
Yes, that is so true.
So, yeah, so at the end of the day, if we are not willing, is just like we said in the first meeting, you are either going pro or you are going home.
Yes,
just make up your mind to do that, so that you will know that I'm either going to do the job or there's no point even starting.
Right. This is amazing. Thank you so much for saying that. The last skill, do anybody have something else to add? Diana, we need to do something with this thing. I don't know. You're not talking. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. So we'll need to resolve it one way or another. Okay. Let's see. The last part, the last skill, so that we can wrap this up. I excellent. I hate to hold us beyond our time. We need to keep to time. As to we're keeping appointment, Abby, to be there on time. We need to finish as we have planned to, to finish. That's part of it as well. So this last one says, getting your new distributor get started right. That is something, that is the phase that most of us are in right now. How do you get started? How do you ensure that you position, your team to be successful? So I'm going to leave that to us. Let's go back into, maybe to the group chat. What has worked for you that possibly your sponsor did for you to help you to be successful? Or you can tell us, what do you plan? How do you plan to implement, the strategies that were stated in that chapter 9 to help you have some answers? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you can put voice notes in the chat for us to listen to, like you did the last time. That was very good. Thank you. Or text message that for us to read, so that we'll go over that. I don't want us to, I don't want to keep us beyond time, and we've done that already. So let's not form a habit of, going beyond time. So that is it for us today. Next week, we're going to conclude the book. So let's come with suggestion of the next book we'll go into. And then next Monday, like we said at the beginning, we're starting, you're welcome. We're starting our every other day, fortnight. Is that what they call fortnight? No. but every other day presentation, that we're going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So in Basati, you were not here when we talked about this. We're going to be having in alternate days, to the general prospecting calls that we currently have, so that in the community, we have daily calls that if anybody is prospecting and you want to expose them to daily, and a call for them to come and listen to the, to the presentation, there is one going on every day. So the time that's going to work with everybody, let's put time suggestion. I would love that we keep it to the same time that we have it, on the general presentation time as well. So let's try to do that. And whatever presentation, let's keep practicing. We cut it to 30 minutes, not more than 30 minutes presentation, as much as possible. All right, that is all that I have for you today. So Monday, I'm taking for Monday. Diana is taking for Wednesday, and Lami is taking for Friday. So in Basati, let me know. Am I saying that correctly? Hopefully I am. Let me know if you want to come on the next Monday or thereabouts. So if you want to join us to do that, and then we'll have our prospects coming, to those presentations. All right, it's been an amazing time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us today. All right, let's take the conversation back to the group. I'm glad I did. God bless you. Bye.
We'll see you in the
Love you all.
Bye.